Visual processing refers to the interpretation of raw sensory data to produce visual perception. So being able to process a stimuli, see it, and then actually understand what you are seeing. Two types of visual pathways. First is the magnocellular pathway. It involves carrying info about form, movement, depth, and differences in brightness. I put like rods here because it's just like rods. The fact that we're talking about movement, the fact that we're talking about darkness, brightness, that's just like rods. Parvocellular small cell pathway. The parvocellular pathway carries info on color and fine detail, just like cones. Cones also has to do with color and fine detail. An optic chiasma is Greek for crossing. It crosses info from the opposite side of the brain. So when we see something in our left hemifield, we're actually able to process it in the right side of our brain. If we see something from the right hemifield, we're able to process it on our left side of the brain. And it is because at one point, our visual fields, when they're trying to be processed by the brain, there's a cross right in between, right here. This is the optic chiasma. So it crosses the information so that it could be processed. Once in the brain, one route takes a signal to the thalamus, which serves as the routing station for all incoming sensory impulse except smell. The thalamus deals with all five senses except for smell. So it also deals with four senses. In the thalamus, the magnocellular and parvocellular distinction remains intact. There are different layers of the thalamus dedicated to each. When visual signal is able to finally leave the thalamus, they travel to the primary visual cortex at the back of our brain. Here's our primary visual cortex. Once they're able to travel to the primary visual cortex at the back of our brain, from the visual cortex, the visual signal travels in two directions. One stream that projects to the parietal lobe in the side of the brain, and then it carries magnocellular, which is the information about where, but then there's another stream project to the temporal lobe, and the temporal lobe has to deal with carrying both the magnocellular, which is where, and the parvocellular, which is what information.